Hello and welcome everyone, this is Mike. I'm the founder and CEO of SuiteDash. Welcome to Academy Sessions. These sessions are designed to help you by learning directly from experts in our community who have hands-on experience with SuiteDash. What makes these sessions special is that they are hosted by SuiteDash experts from our community. We've given these experts free rein to develop these presentations based on their actual experiences helping SuiteDash customers just like you, and this allows for a truly authentic and practical learning experience. Each expert brings their own presentation style and perspective, and that's what makes Academy Sessions so valuable. We've entrusted the host to shape the content in a way that best addresses the common questions and challenges our customers face every day, and this approach ensures that the information is not only practical, but also deeply connected to real-world use cases. Be sure to subscribe to SuiteDash on YouTube and follow us on all other social media channels to stay up to date on new features, announcements, and promotions. Okay, that's my intro. Let's get on with the session.
Today we will learn how the messaging toolkit allows seamless, professional communication between clients and staff members, as well as two key advantages of the messaging toolkit. The messaging toolkit enables users to compose messages and keep a complete record of those conversations. Unlike email, it operates entirely within the platform, providing a secure communication channel for prospects, clients, and all staff roles. The first key advantage of the messaging toolkit is secure instant messaging. SuiteDash's messaging toolkit allows you to send instant, secure messages to clients, staff, and teams within SuiteDash for safe and convenient communication. The second key advantage of the messaging toolkit is flexible and efficient communication. We are able to easily customize canned responses to allow for quick replies and standardize our communications. With this nice overview underway, let's get into the secure messaging toolkit. Alright, so with all that information out of the way, we're going to head from our dashboard over to our messaging center. So to get to our messaging center, at least what I call it, we're either going to choose inbox or we're going to choose the sent box. If you want, you can create a brand new message simply by clicking this plus icon here, but we're going to start by going to our inbox. Now, we see that we don't have any messages in our inbox right now, and that is due to the fact that we didn't receive any messages from either a contact, a company, or a staff member. But we're going to change that. We're going to initiate a brand new conversation with another staff member inside of our organization. We'll go right up here to New Message, and we'll just click this New Message button. Now, we're going to want to select who it is that we want to send a message to. We can select multiple people from here. We can message the super admin. We can message the admin, any of our salespeople, freelancers, companies. We can even message entire circles. Now, let's say you wanted to message two different contacts and or companies within your CRM. You would just select one of the companies, and then you could select a second company to send a message to. CCing anybody here is going to do the same exact thing that it does in your email when you CC somebody on an email. So let's say I want to CC fictional staff. Next, we'll go ahead and we'll type a subject for our message. We'll just say new message subject. And then down here we have the message body. And like a lot of the other places, we have this WYSIWYG text area where we can type our message and do a myriad of different things with it. We can add links, we can add images, we can even add tables, and so forth. So we're just going to say, this is a new message. And then maybe what I want to do is I want to make this message bold, I want to italicize it, and I want to change the size. If you need or want to, you can also attach any sort of files that you need to here by clicking the Attach Files button. And you can be notified when your message is read by the recipients. So in this case, once this message is read by Cope Cafe, you'll receive an email letting you know that the message has been read by that contact. You'll also receive a separate email when this particular company reads the message as well. Down here, we see this text where it says, find yourself typing the same messages over and over. Set up canned responses by clicking here. We will get into the canned responses in a moment, though for now, we're just going to send this message to both of these contacts. And our message has been sent. Now again, we don't see messages in our inbox folder, and the reason for that, as I'd mentioned earlier, is due to the fact that they have not responded to the message. If you want to view messages that you've already sent, we're going to head over to our sent box. Now we are in our sent box and we can see the message here. We can see that we have two different contacts or companies in this case that we've sent the message to. We can see right here if and who we've CC'd on the message itself. We see the subject line here of the message that we sent and the date that we had sent the message. Moving over to our options menu, we have a couple of different options here. We can view the message that we had sent. We can view the attached files that we had attached to this message. And we also have the option to move this message to the trash bin. Let's go ahead quickly here and view the message that we sent. Here we see the message subject and we see the body of the message itself. And if we wanted to move this message to the trash, we could just click either of these trash buttons here. And let's say we wanted to go back to our sent box for one reason or another. We can either click this sent box area here again, or we can simply click the back button. And there we go, we're back in the sent box. I'm going to create one new inbox message because I want to show you the filtration options that we also have in our messaging to make things a little bit more easy to navigate and identify within the messages. So I went ahead and created a brand new message to Bailey Brothers Building and Loan. We see here the subject as filter message. It's not CC'd to anybody. Let's say we had 100 different messages within our message center. We can go right over here to this filter option and we can choose to filter by subject, if we CC'd anybody, who we've sent the message to, and we can even filter by date as well. So let's say we want to filter by new, the term new in the subject. Just click that and right away we see new message subject and all of the details that go along with that. So let's say you had a couple of standardized responses that you wanted to easily and efficiently send to your clients with pretty much a click of a button. We're going to go over here to the canned responses area, and in order to create a new canned response, we can click this icon here, or we can view our previously created canned responses by clicking the canned responses right here. So we're going to go ahead and create a new canned response since we don't have any canned responses set up in SuiteDash. We have this beautiful pop-up that shows up for us. First, we need to give this canned response a name. So we're going to just say new canned response. We also are able to give it a color, and as a matter of fact, we need to. So I'm just going to choose a nice purple color here. Doesn't really matter what you choose, but make it identifiable to whatever it is that helps you to remember more specifically what this canned response entails. We have our SuiteDash standard WYSIWYG editor here for the body of the message. Let's just say this is a new canned response. And we can do all the great things, bold, italicize, so on and so forth. You get the picture. Now, down here we have a couple of different options. So with the auto add option enabled, this message here will be pre-filled into the message that you're creating. And then, of course, you can modify from there with non-standard details. The auto reply with this message to every new message I receive will do exactly what it sounds like, and that is it will take this canned response, and whenever a contact, a company, another staff member sends you a new message in the SuiteDash messaging toolkit, it will then auto reply with this new canned response. Next, we have the option to specify a subject line to insert if using this for a new message. Checking this option here, as we see, opens up another field that we will populate with the subject. And as you'll recall, whenever it is we create a new message to send to any target in SuiteDash, we have to specify a subject. So we could say, this is a new canned response. And I'll even go up here and just say template. Why not? Now I'm going to uncheck the auto reply with this message to every new message I receive, but I'm going to keep the auto add and the specify a subject line to insert for using a new message. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to click this add button to add a new canned response. Now we're going to go ahead and create a brand new message now that we have our first canned response set up. So we'll go here and start creating a brand new message. Oh, look at that. The subject line that we had created is already in place. The message body is already in place as well. And down here we have a brand new section that says use canned response. And we see that we have our canned response that we just set up as an option here. Now let's go ahead and create one more canned response. We'll say one more canned response. We'll keep that color just because, and we will say one more canned response to choose from. Yay! And we're not going to specify a subject line in this one, but we're going to go ahead and we are going to add this new canned response. And all we'll do is we will refresh our page. And now we see that we have the new canned response that we had created as an option to select from our canned responses down there. So we'll go ahead and we'll just click on the one more canned response. And as we see, since both of these canned responses have been selected, it added our information from one more canned response to the new canned response template that we had created here. We could just deselect this if we wanted to only use this, but we could also keep it the way it is here. I'm sure you'll recall from earlier when we sent our very first message down here where it says find yourself typing the same messages over and over, set up canned responses by clicking here. We can also create a new canned response by clicking there, and it will take us to our canned responses area. Up here we see both of the canned responses that we've created, our new canned response template and our one more canned response. We also see that the auto add functionality is enabled for the new canned response template. It's disabled for the one more canned response template. Now, maybe you wanted to change this up a little bit. Perhaps you wanted the auto add functionality to instead be on the one more canned response message, though you wanted to auto reply with the new canned response template. What you'll do in either case is you're going to head over to the canned response options menu, click here, and we see that we have the ability to unset auto add, as well as, in this case, set as auto reply. Now, a great use case for the auto add to every new message functionality is that you could use it, among other things, to format, for example, a signature that is at the bottom of every message that you send out. As for the auto reply functionality, you could use that to create sort of a vacation type of reply. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so, thanks for reaching out. I'm going to be out of the office until XYZ date. Please feel free to add any additional details here that's going to help us effectively service your account when we return to the office. Of course, we cannot unset this canned response for the auto reply due to the fact that it's not already set as an auto reply. So we'll go ahead and we will unset auto add, confirm our choice there. Then we're going to go back to that same options menu and we will set this to be the auto reply message so that every time a new contact, company, staff member, so forth messages us through the SuiteDash messaging toolkit, this canned response template is going to be what automatically is sent as a response to that initial contact. And over here, we're going to click the options menu for one more canned response, and we will set this one to be the auto add. Confirm our choices. And now we have set the stage in the way that we need and want to for our purposes and our organization. And of course, if we need to delete either of these, we'll just go back to the respective options menu and click this delete button here and confirm our choices. So you've sent a message to your clients, you've been talking back and forth for a while, whatever conversation that you've been having has been resolved, and now because of that you want to get that message essentially out of the way, out of the sent box, out of the inbox, all of those wonderful things. We're going to head over to our sent box because again we do not have any messages in the inbox itself, and in order to move a respective message to the trash, we're just going to click the messages options menu and we will select move to trash. Confirming, of course. Now that it's been moved to trash, let's say as an example, you don't have all of the information you need from this conversation. Perhaps that was an accident moving that particular message to the trash. We're going to head over to our trash menu here and go over to the options menu of the message that we're looking to restore and click this restore button here. And what it will do is it will take this message that you would put into the trash bin and bring it back so that you can continue the conversation as necessary. And of course, if you no longer need this message whatsoever, you can go ahead and choose the delete option. We're going to go ahead though and restore this message. And the message has been restored. We're going to go back to our sent box so that we can then confirm that this message has indeed been restored. Now our client, Bailey Brothers Building and Loan, has been notified that we had sent them a couple of different messages, so they go into their own messaging inbox and they see the messages that they have available to view and reply to and do with whatever is necessary for them. They'll, of course, be able to click either of these messages and go directly into it here and set up a new reply. They can reply to this specific message, or if there are a myriad of messages here, they can choose the reply all option. And we'll just go ahead and reply to this filter message. And they can say, thanks for letting me know. And if need be, attach any files, all of those great things, CC another individual on it, etc., and send. They also have the option to click on this options menu and view the message, see any attached files, reply to the message, reply to all of the messages within this thread, move this message to the trash themselves, and even mark this message as read. They also have the ability to click this refresh icon here, and when it is refreshed, if there are new messages to look at, choose from, and so forth, the new messages will show up in the messages inbox. Similarly, they have the option to create a brand new message by clicking the new message button up here, as well as view their sent box over here. Let's go ahead momentarily and view what this client has sent to us. And they see here that they have the option to view the message, see any attached files from this message, and also, of course, move that message to trash. Let's go ahead and move this message to trash as a client. Move it to trash. We'll go ahead and confirm, and then we'll head over like we did as an admin and view the message that we put into the trash bin. We see here all of the same information that we did as a staff member in our trash bin, and we can go ahead in the options menu and restore this message like we did before, but this time as a client. Go ahead, confirm this option, and it has been, of course, restored. Now that we've moved back over to the admin side inbox or the staff level inbox, we can see that we have a brand new message from Bailey Brothers Building and Loan. And just like with Bailey Brothers Building and Loan, we can choose from the options menu to view the message, see the attached files, reply to the message, reply to the entire message thread, move the message to the trash, and also mark the message as read right from here. Again, we can go into the message as well and reply to all and move the message to the trash. We'll go ahead and we will just create a brand new reply to this message. And here, maybe we want to reply with our canned response. And here, our canned response, as before, has pre-populated the message that we are going to send to our client. And we'll go ahead and send the message. Now let's go into our message settings and see what that has in store for us. Right from here, we're going to click on Settings. And we see here a couple of different options. We can control by default who the prospects and clients can send messages to. So by default, clients and prospects are able to message admins, project managers, office managers, and salespeople. As we can read here, when enabling one of these settings, that default will be removed. In other words, these staff roles here, admin, project manager, office manager, and salesperson, are all roles that the clients and the prospects can send messages to. However, if we disable the restrict messaging for contacts only to their coordinator, and we designate the staff who contacts can message, we can then select the types of staff, or the staff members rather, that they're able to message. Same thing with Teams as well. Though we're going to toggle this option off, and we're going to restrict messaging for contacts only to their coordinator. If you recall earlier, we are able to request read receipts and be notified when our message is read by the recipient. Toggling this option on enables this as a default setting. In other words, with each new message that is sent within SuiteDash's messaging toolkit, the option to request an email notification when your message is read by the recipient will be checked by default. And disabling this option disables that functionality. We're going to enable it, however. Moving forward, we can also choose which roles will be able to have this option enabled in their messaging. So, super admin, admin, project manager, office manager, teammate, and salesperson. If we wanted to disable the read receipt capability for any one of these roles, all we would do is just click the X next to the role that we want to disable that option for. Additionally, we also can, if we want to enable that option for more users here, we could select the appropriate role that we want to enable the option for. And with that, we will go ahead and save our settings. Lastly, by default, when a user, whether it is a staff or a contact/company within your organization, sends a new message through SuiteDash's secure messaging toolkit, you, or rather the recipient, will receive an email that lets them know that they have a new message waiting for them. In that situation, the individual who receives the new message notification in their email will have to log in to the portal and go into the inbox of the messaging toolkit to see the new message. However, there is the capability to turn off what's known as convenience mode to allow the entire message to be read by the recipient in their email. So for that, we're going to head up to our profile icon here and click the organization settings under My Account in the flyout menu. And down here, we have the ability to enable convenience mode for secure messaging. Now, what this does is when a new message is sent to a contact or a staff member using the messaging toolkit, whatever is in the body and the subject of that message will present itself in the email communication that the target receives. It's also good to note that when convenience mode is enabled, when the recipient replies to the email, their reply is received in the messaging toolkit and shows as a reply in the secure messaging toolkit. To be clear, I will say this little message here is very important. By enabling this setting, you acknowledge that HIPAA compliance cannot be guaranteed. And if you're working with sensitive information that is required by law to be privacy compliant, you should not be enabling this setting. Even though Vandelay Industries is a demo company and we don't send or receive any sensitive information, I'm going to disable convenience mode for secure messaging and save this here. I hope that you've enjoyed this walkthrough of the Secure Messaging Toolkit. Please like this video if you found value in it today. Share it with your network. and comment down below what you would like to see in the future and how we can keep improving these videos, because as always, we are here to serve and support you and look forward to doing so well into the future.